Lisowski to break.
Thank you very much, Catherine. Yeah, that was a huge frame. It goes without saying. The last one, that fluke was massive. Barry took them very well afterwards, but it looked like a real momentum stopper. But whilst you're still in, you have to keep the faith.
You please make sure your mobiles are on silent, please.
Well, Jack will definitely be taking this red on. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful strike.
Five. Six.
Yeah, we sometimes say on the commentary that when it's this sort of situation, someone coming back and trying to come back in a match, they've got to play no miss snooker. You feel that's the situation Jack's in here, and of course he'd need a little bit of help from his opponent.
11. Yeah,
that was a better shot than it looked. Had a little bit more angle than he wanted. Couldn't hit that any harder. And now he's left this low. So when he pots this red, he'll be bringing others into play. It's just about
19.
It's just about the cannon here. Can you make sure that you pot the red and you don't stick near the cushion? But you've got to pot the red.
Lisowski, 19.
Well, the bad news is he's missed the red. And the good news is he's left a bit of a stinker, because this red that's near the top cushion, you've got to play with pace to get out, to get on the black. And these aren't easy.
It's very straight as well, isn't it, this red? But I don't think Barry would feel that he's likely to miss the pot no matter what pace he plays it at. But how does he get this cue ball out for a colour?
One.
Yeah, and that was your problem. As I say, Jack, very poor miss from Jack. Where he finished, it wasn't the worst. Not that Barry could do there. And there's not much you can do here either. Only the black ball he can see.
Barry Hawkins, 1.
Problem is, the situation Jack Lisowski finds himself in, 8-4 behind at the point of no return, he's likely to take on all sorts of pots, so Barry will be very, very careful not to leave a pot of some sort on. It's easy enough for Jack to play off the red closer to the black spot and leave the cue ball in a very similar position to where it is now. It would be perfectly safe. It looks as though he's trying to find something that's maybe a little more extravagant than that.
Yeah, sometimes the obvious is the right thing to do. And I don't quite know where he's looking for the cue there. Now, as he left the pot in the middle pocket on that red. It's not easy, but I'm pretty sure Barry will take it. So after all that deliberation, I don't quite know why he played the shot the way he did.
Oh, I'm sure Barry will fancy potting this red if it keeps a straight line, though, because he won't be playing it with much pace. He's just got to hope that this red holds a true course.
Yeah, I didn't see him missing that. Potted some cracking pots in that middle pocket in this match alone, but wasn't anything to do with the cue ball. So it's turned out all right for Jack.
1.
This is the red that Barry missed, and I'm sure he'd be very surprised that he didn't pot that. That red certainly did not roll off. It was just set offline by Barry immediately. He struck it, and the black available now. And if you Barry Hawkins, you do not expect to come back to the table here now.
$13. 14.
I agree with you. Funny thing is with the psychology of the scoreboard, 8-5 doesn't seem so bad for Barry Hawkins. But when someone goes 8-6, if he can get there, it starts
18.
to look a little bit twitchy.
$19. $23. 24. $31. 32.
Not much more to do here to have this frame wrapped up. It's a funny game, snooker. Sometimes you can play one of your best shots of the match and someone knocks one in off the ball cushion and clears up. And other times you don't play a great
37.
shot and you're straight back to the table because Jack Lisowski's safety wasn't brilliant. But Barry Hawkins' attempt in the middle
38.
stuck him straight back in.
Well, that pink now means that
44.
Barry Hawkins requires a snooker, but I'll be surprised gets the chance to play for any.
45.
What you can say is, as the packed auditorium looks on, he's putting up a very good show this evening, Jack. Bit of a horror story this afternoon to be 7-1 behind. But he showed very good character
52.
and battling abilities, aside from his undoubted talent this evening.
53.
And he's making a very good fist of making it hard for Barry Hawkins to get over the line. Won't be too bothered about that. That's another excellent frame from Jack. All he can do, one frame at a time. It's 8-5 for Barry Hawkins.
Thank you. The 14th frame. Barry Hawkins to break.
Well, Barry Hawkins will certainly hope so. He had one good chance there to win the frame and the match.
Well, there's an unusual break-off. No attempt whatsoever to play around the angles with side. Barry must be fed up of leaving the red out, so just played a plain ball break-off there. Yep, not one you see every day, that.
Yes, that break-off shot was pioneered by Joe Davis in the 1950s. It was actually known as the Joe Davis club break. But it's not the first time we've seen Barry use that break-off shot today.
Yeah, sometimes the players don't feel as if they can get enough side on the cue ball, or the cushions slide when they're new, so they can't get the cue ball in behind where they want, so they change the break off. Not quite what he wanted it. He had to sneak in behind the green there, but not much Barry really can do it. He won't play off the side of the pack. That red on the right hand side is blocking the path back, so it'll be a thin one. Flow 2 in the middle, so played that nicely.
pot from Jack Lisowski. I mean, the fact that he took that on surprised me. And I was even more surprised he knocked it in, because how many out of 10 would you pot of these? What a
Green
pot.
ball.
That's the sort of pot that will
Jack
perturb
Lisowski
anybody.
Yeah. Seems a shame he only got 1 point for it. Was that good? But this shouldn't be a problem for Barry into the side of the pack. Now, the only thing is, he has left Jack a pot up into the yellow pocket. And the way he's been potting this evening, very good chance it's going in.
Well, we couldn't see the red as it approached the pocket. Jack was in the way, but I thought it was in. And I think Jack did.
Yeah, purposely played that shot to get in behind the brown.
Well, that could be a useful safety from Barry, because if Jack wants to get back to bulk, he'll have to play off the pack of reds here, and that will develop a few. And it's brought the black into play. Now there's a red creeping towards both corners, but he's got an excellent cue ball. But Barry could pop the red to the left corner. There's no guarantee of position from it, but where's the safety come from?
Very good. Very good pot. The cue ball's run a little too far for comfort. Yeah, it's a funny one as well with the brown. I suppose he could stun it and get in behind the green, which might be as good as anything. Yeah.
By Hawkins, one.
Good enough.
Yes, he's played that really well. Jack can't easily get into the pack of reds here to leave the cue ball safe.
That one a miss. Barry Hawkins, full.
Yeah, a little bit too hard. And that red, does it pass the black? Looks like it does. So this is actually not a bad chance for Barry. He's digging down slightly. Obviously he can stun up and play for the pink, certainly. If he doesn't think he can hold.
One.
Well, he could. And that was a lovely piece of cue in there. Yeah, got options. He could play a little screw cannon, just play that, push that red off the top cushion. Played round it instead. And so,
8.
4 reds available. If you can get a nice lead.
9.
Interesting. Barry seems to be walking around the table with great purpose, and he seems to be speeding up his play a little bit.
$16. 17.
It's actually just about all right, but boy, did he get through that one. Has to be a little bit careful here. Doesn't want to snooker himself on this red. He runs too far. It could happen. Just run too far with the cue ball a little bit, so got to be careful here. And he's stretching a touch. Well played.
Yeah, good putt on the black, but he's actually left
24.
himself a little short on the next red, so he may well be cannoning into the bunch of reds here. And if he can bring a few into play and get on the black, then it's beneficial, but there's no guarantee that will happen.
$25.
Excellent. That was a really good shot. Made the top spin, had to get the cannon right there. And all Jack can do is look on and hope. Yep, he's a good split away here from having these absolutely lovely. Don't think he's on anything. I think that's end of break,
32.
and it certainly looks like with his expression.
Unless there's a plant in the middle pocket, the two reds next to the cue ball. You never know. Well, I think they are a plant, but is the cue ball too close to those two reds, John, do you think?
I mean, maybe it is. Yeah. It does look very close. But it won't be one in a minute if he's playing the shot he's playing. Yeah, it wasn't on either, was it? You could see there. It
Hawkins,
was going to be
32.
bottom jaw. One he maybe could have made if he'd have been further away. And a good 36-point lead. A decent safety. He'd be very disappointed though that that chance wasn't the one he won the championship with.
Jack has a bit of a problem here if he wants to get the cue ball back to bulk. If he plays any other
Can you
red
please
bar the
switch
one
that
that's
phone off?
near the left-hand centre pocket there, because the right-hand side of the table is quite congested with that pink. And the red that's nearest to the right side cushion, he'd have to be careful not to cannon those.
I'm just looking there. The blue or pink might be in the way. I mean, it was one of those shots, Dominic, where it might be a cross double. Take the cue ball back into the book on the red on the left-hand side. I'm just looking there. I think Jack had a look as well. Could it be a cross double?
Surely the pink's in the way.
Don't know. But the blue was. He'll take that. It's never easy winning, Dominic, is it? there's always trials and tribulations somewhere. Nature of the game. Players you're playing against, the way the balls run. It's very rare you get anything easy.
And how many times do you play deciding frames, or you're playing a frame that you need for victory when you go into the pack of reds? You need one split and that's all, and the match is over, and you never get that split that you're looking for, or it doesn't seem as though you do.
Fabulous pot. Could do with a flip. Flip on the yellow. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. If you're Barry Hawkins, that is dreamland, that kiss. What a difference that made. Great pot, by the way.
3.
But the kiss is absolutely beautiful. You should have to right away for one of those.
4.
Yes, is this now the beginning of the end? From Jack Lisowski's point of view, he's certainly battled hard tonight.
Yeah, he's played his part this evening, all right. Could very well have turned up this evening and not competed at all, but that's not been the case.
11.
And Barry, he might look cool and calm. Trust me, inside he'll be feeling this at the moment. Not managed to win a tournament since 2023. Been in finals. Always seems to keep getting tremendous players playing well against him. So this is a big deal for Barry.
18.
As it would be for any of the professionals, but to get back in the winners' enclosure, lovely feeling.
19.
Now I think the bottom red of the 3 is available if you can cannon the right hand red out from where it is now. He's gone into them and he's got one in the middle. And this should be it.
26.
Yes, just this red required, 62 ahead. He'll be 63 ahead with 59 on if this goes in. And it has. For Barry Hawkins, it's been a long time, but he can start to relax now.
And there you can see it. It's the fist pump.
32.
You have to say, the way he's played all week, he's a deserving winner. His match play's been of the highest quality. Game in the last 16 with Mark Williams. Well, if you won that
33.
game, you deserved to win the tournament because that was the match of it. And Jack Lisowski, well, he's had a good week. Ultimately, he's not going to win. But he's played very well. But it's Barry Hawkins who will now get the handshake from Jack Lisowski. And all the crowd give him a standing ovation here in Llandudno. Barry Hawkins with the fist pump. A totally deserved winner. Wins his 5th ranking event. And he's going to be the recipient of the Ray Reardon Trophy as the 2026 Welsh Open champion. Well done, Barry Hawkins. Thoroughly deserved. You're the best man this week. And great to see you back in the winners' enclosure after a 3-year hiatus. It was great stuff all week here in Llandudno. Everyone's enjoyed the event.